Hey YouTube, this is Mr. King Liam, and today I'm doing my first of my top 10 series. It is my top 10 normal monsters. Now there is two main rules regarding this top 10. The first, I must have played the card either with the actual card or with a Dev Pro or Dueling Network. And the second rule is that I must own the card. So anyway, so here are my top 10 normal monsters. At number 10 we have Summon Skull. Now Summon Skull is one of the originals, of course. It's also one of the first cards I used. I remember using it back in the old days when Yu-Gi-Oh was first starting around. I didn't use Summon Skull as much as the bigger ones, but I still like using the card. At number 9 we have Beta the Magna Warrior. Now the reason this one is on the list is because one of my first PS2 games I got came with the Magna Warrior cards as a parallel secret, I think. Yeah. I've always liked the Magna Warriors, but Beta is probably my favourite. I have used these actually in deck profiles before, not for competitive, but when I was just building deck profiles for fun, and I did like using the Magna Warriors. At number 8 we have Elemental Hero Clayman. Now there is a bit of a theme, I will admit, regarding Elemental Heroes in this top 10, but Elemental Hero Clayman comes at the number 8 because it's probably the Elemental Hero I used. Well, out of the three main ones, I used the least. I used to use it for Mass Fusion to go into Master Hero Dian, I think. But then I switched it. I changed the deck around, and I haven't used Clayman since. It's still a nice card though. The defense is good. The art, I quite like the artwork, and it proved to be a good card. At number 7 we have Alexandrite Dragon. The reason this one's on the list is because multiple deck profiles I've made and tested in the past, such as like with Rescue Rabbit, with dragons, I've always tried to have an Alexandrite Dragon. It's because A, it's a normal monster, so it'll work well on the Blue Eyes deck profile with, of course, it's basically that monster reborn for normal monster dragons. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. And of course it works for Rescue Rabbit, so it's useful useful with normal deck profiles as well. Plus the artwork is nice too. At number 6 we have the second Elemental Hero on this list, Elemental Hero Avion. Now this one I still use because you basically get out Avion, use out Mass Fusion. No, sorry, not Mass Fusion. Normal. You basically fusion summon Elemental Hero Great Tornado. And I definitely do like that Great Tornado. It's one of my favourite of the Elemental Heroes to use. Plus it's a 3-star monster, so it could be used for something like, I don't know, maybe wind up Zenbanes if I'm looking for a defensive option. Number 5, Elemental Hero Sparkman. Now this is my favourite of the normal Elemental Heroes, and Sparkman's the one I use the most, of course, for cards like Elemental Hero The Shining and just Shining, I think. Sorry. And basically, Sparkman's the one I use the most. Basically, I can just either use him for an Exceed play, use him for, like I said, The Shining, and he's got a relatively good stats: 1600 attack and 1400 defense. Number 4, Dark Magician. Now I was thinking of putting this one further up the list, but then I realised actually I didn't use Dark Magician as much as I thought. I've recently built a deck profile. It's using like the spellbook cards recently. It was fun, but it wasn't that competitive. The artwork on Dark Magician has always been something I liked, especially the first artwork, which is on the screen. Don't know why Konami hasn't reprinted it though. That's the only thing. I mean, they can reprint the some of the other original artworks, like Summer Skull, but for some reason they can't reprint like Dark Magician. Number 3, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Now, overall, I'm more of a dragon person than say any other archetype, and Red Eyes Black Dragon was one of my favourite cards to use. I remember using it with cards like Red Eyes Beachick, and Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. Quite a nice combo. Building a dragon deck around that, and plus the artwork as well. One of my favourites. At number 2, we have Knight Garnet. Now, if you've seen my deck profiles in the past, some of you may have known that a Gemknight could have been on this list, and you would have guessed right. More specifically, Knight Garnet. This is the main Gemknight I use, and well, it's good for pulling off multiple fusion combos, and multiple fusion combos in the deck, and it's a really fun deck to play. And now at number 1 we have Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, of course, Blue Eyes was going to be my favourite. Blue Eyes is one of my favourite cards that can't be used. I enjoy playing the Blue Eyes structure deck and Blue Eyes theme deck, sorry, and of course it's one of my favourite artworks, and of course it's one of the original dragons. Now, I know I haven't probably broadcasted that much about Blue Eyes on my channel as I'm making out to be, but the reason I haven't done that is because I was waiting for a certain product to be released, and that was the dragon sleeves. I wanted to make sure the dragon sleeves were released before I made a deck profile around Blue Eyes, but you can definitely expect that relatively soon. So anyway, there is my top 10 normal monsters. It doesn't really need too much explaining. I think I've gone over everything. Elemental Heroes, of course, I enjoyed. Gemknights, Red Eyes, Dark Magician, and the others on the list. Oh, Blue Eyes as well. So there you have it. The first of my new top 10 series. The next one, I believe, should be the Christmas special. So it will be top 10 advantage / giving cards. But I'll go in more to detail, of course, on that in the actual video. So, for now, this is Mr. King Liam saying, bye YouTube.